Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to ask the member across the way about critical minerals. We've already heard about this from a previous member. I heard from the Prime Minister that Canada is extraordinarily well positioned to succeed in the decades to come around critical minerals. I recently spoke with the Yukon Chamber of Mines where they said it will be decades before we see critical minerals develop in Yukon, actually 3 decades. They said the Prime Minister talks about getting critical minerals developed within the next 8 years or less. They said that we'd be lucky with the current regulatory burden on miners that it would be developed in 30 years. What does this member actually answer to those miners? How can he reassure the miners after being in government for 8 years? How can he reassure miners in Yukon that it's going to get done?
There you go. Great question.
The Honourable Minister in 40 seconds.
Well, I guess I would start by encouraging my honourable colleague to look at Canada's critical minerals strategy, which has been lauded by business organizations and governments across this country. It will enable us to move forward in a thoughtful and strategic way. We, of course, need to be working to ensure that our regulatory and permitting processes are efficient as possible. Certainly what Stephen Harper did by gutting the environmental assessment process set us back a long way, and the Impact Assessment Act enables us to take steps forward, but we are continuing to work internally. We're working with provinces and territories to expedite. And I would just note the Mining Association of Canada, in responding to the budget, he noted Canada is a leading mining nation producing some of the lowest carbon materials and metals, and that this budget recognizes the industry's central role in accelerating the transition to a net zero economy and building a strong economic future.